Jax Does Homestuck is a self-indulgent podcast featuring a heart player encouraging you to be self-indulgent too. Welcome home. Hey, welcome back to Jax Does Homestuck. This is my Pest Request episode. I am really late on this because this is my Karkat and Kanaya episode, and Gamzee and Vriska came out this past Wednesday. So, my Gamzee and Vriska episode will be coming out the following Wednesday, and then I should be back on track. You'll have to excuse me. I'm still sick because God hates me. So if I still sound weird or if I start sounding worse towards the end, that's why, because using my voice is my hobby and I have other lines to record and I have this to record and I have the Vriska thing to record. And like I said, I'm a part of fan dubbing projects as well. So it's been fun, but that's besides the point, like it always is. So, Karkat and Kanaya, my two favorite trolls. I'm really happy we got them first, because they're my favorite, and now whatever happens next, it doesn't matter, because my favorites are out, and I love them. So Karkat. Karkat is great. I like how we dealt with his blood color. I mean, that had to happen, right? It had to be a thing. That's a big part of, especially early Karkat, is like he has the secret, and it matters, and he's still on Alternia, so it's bad, and we obviously have the same blood color as Karkat, because we're all horrible mutants. So several times throughout the route, blood color comes up. So there's the first bad end, where Karkat fucking kills you, and when he kills you, he sees that you have the same blood color as him, so he just killed the only other mutant he's ever known. So that sucks. And then it comes up when you go to visit our good friend Gamzee, and Karkat nopes the fuck out of there, or you help him nope the fuck out of there, and he claws you so bad that you start bleeding, and then he freaks out over that. But then he immediately becomes protective of you, and I'm like, Karkat, you're so sweet! I love my boy so much! Aisha did such a good job with Karkat, and I'm so sorry for other writers because I don't look stuff up beforehand, and I know vaguely who wrote the Kanaya route, but I can't remember their name because I only know Aisha and James Roach, and that's it. I'm sorry. But you can find it in the credits section of Pest Request, and you can find it lots of places. Anyway, because these are just fun little bonus episodes for me, not super well researched shit. So Karkat. I think it's really weird, kind of, how scared he was of Gamzee. I know people have put their own theories out there. I don't quite get it, but it's neat. It's a thing, and maybe people with bigger brains than me can figure out why. I hate to say that I like that his house got raided. I don't like bad things happening to characters, but I think they're interesting. And so yeah, Karkat's house gets raided by drones, and he goes down to this little hidey hole, and that's just a normal fucking thing, and that's really sad. And you can either stay in there, and then your added body heat gives you away, and you have to be on the run, knowing the drones are always a step behind, and then it kind of ends in some Sufferer parallels, despite in the route being ancestors aren't real, that's bullshit. And then, alternatively, there's a better option. So before we go to that better option, I do want to talk about Soulcat. Soulcat is real. That being Solix and Karkat being an item. Because when you're on the run, you go to Solix's hive stem, and he tries to convince you to come up, but the drones are already there, and Karkat doesn't want to get Solix killed. And Solix says, Don't make me tell you how much I hate you. And then we all died. We died, and this is all just a dream state that we're in. And nothing's real now because we died whenever Soul Cat was real. And I love it. And damn, I can't wait to get more of Solix. That's very nice. We also got, speaking of Solix, we got Solix to look up the sign on our hoodie. And yeah, we found out that, what is Malik's last name? Adilov? Something like that. So we found out that Malik doesn't really exist right now and hasn't for a while. So that's scary, and I want to and don't want to know more because I really like Malik. Malik's our boy. And we also got, I think it was in Karkat's route, we got hints of Polypa being a Morale, and it's basically sad friends sometimes, huh? That's what this is. It's sad friends sometimes. But the good end, which gave me rights personally, was you just fucking take Karkat to chill with John and Dave. Like, John and Dave are chilling at Dave's place, and you take Karkat there, and you're like, yeah, Karkat belongs with Dave. I don't know why, but he does. And Karkat insults the sun, and Dave keeps bursting in when he shouldn't. And it's all very good. And I love John Dave Cat. I love John Dave Cat. So yeah, it was cool that they all got to hang out together. And I really, really liked that. I liked that ending. I just love how he fucking goes outside and insults your son. Our son, I guess. And then we go to Kanaya, my girl. And I love how the bad routes with her are basically, like, the first one is just her ignoring you. And then she just, like, gets you to leave once it's dark. Because you were boring her and she doesn't fucking care about you. And that's hilarious. And the only way to get into shit is to fucking snoop to see what's going on. And you see she's talking to who we know is Vriska. And making it real obvious that she may be pale with Vriska, but she wants to be flushed with Vriska, which we all been know. Well, I say we all been know, but apparently there were people who read Homestuck and didn't understand that. To me, it was pretty obvious, but I also read it as like a 22, 23-year-old, however old I was. So maybe it was more obvious to me because of that, or maybe because I was really wanting Kanaya to be gay, or I don't know. To me, it was pretty obvious that Kanaya was like flushed for Vriska, even though they were pale. But Homestuck's so long, and there's so much to read, and I don't blame anyone for not picking up on stuff, because there's plenty of shit I don't pick up on, and the idea that I know anything about Homestuck is frankly ridiculous. But, so then you have the option to either, like, try to get her together with Vriska or not. And I love it. I love it. Because you do get together, because like in the bad route, you get her together with Vriska. And that goes as everyone expected because Vriska's a shitty 13-year-old. I love it. It was shitty Vriska rights, and that's all I want because I love Vriska so much. But there is no way. I mean, like, even at the end of Homestuck proper, she admits that she's not really into the more serious relationship. Well, not serious, but like the red or black relationships. Like, that's just too much commitment for her. It's too much everything. And she definitely wasn't for them when she was 13 either, even if she tried to be. So yeah, so she takes advantage of Kanaya, and Kanaya gets real mad and fed up about it, and there's this huge blowout, and I love shitty Vriska. She's so good. But yeah, I mean, it's sad time for Kanaya. I'm very sad about Kanaya. I'm sorry, Kanaya, but shitty Vriska good, just not good for you. But in the good route, we do get hints of her crush on Rose, which I love. And we get her obsession with wanting to be a vampire, and you go and you try to go snag her a vampire boyfriend because you guys don't understand the same concept of undead, I guess. Or you get confused because you just say undead instead of vampire. Not that she knows what a vampire is, but, you know. And so you almost get attacked by fucking, or you do get attacked by fucking zombies. And she has to save you from there because Kanaya's a bamf and she's gonna fucking save you from shit. And yeah, and then she gets to, like, guiltily admit that, yeah, she likes she likes vampires or rainbow drinkers, and she wants to be one, and she tries to drink the fucking black blood and hates it. And it's very good. I was kind of sad that we didn't end with her being with Rose, because I thought that was what was going to happen after Karkat's route. But oh well. They'll get together eventually. At least with Karkat's route, we know it's a possibility. I mean, we knew it was technically possible, but we now know it's like a potentially real possibility. So I'm kind of thinking that for whatever happens towards the end of Pester Quest, we'll just be getting all the fuckers together to like do shit against Scratch, or I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. I have no idea what's going on with Pester Quest. I just like sit here and accept that they give me food, you know? Like, I'm beyond trying to predict Homestuck because I was never good at it in the first place. So I just sit here and let them give me food. And they did with these routes. And I'm really sorry that these are so short and they're so late. And this is kind of like anticlimactic for how long you've had to wait for it, especially after that Jade episode was over an hour. But to be fair, a lot of that hour was not talking about Jade. This is me trying to get back on track. It's shorter than I want it to be, especially talking about my two favorite trolls, because I really, really love Karkat and Kanaya. It's just they did everything so well. I really like those routes. I like Shitty Vriska. I like Karkat being Karkat and like having the Sufferer parallels, and Soul Cat's real. And listen, I ship Karkat with everyone. I ship Karkat and John with absolutely everyone, and that's just how it is. And I like the more like drones are a big fucking deal that Karkat's had to deal with for a long time. And I don't know if this had been canonized before, but I do like that it is canonized now, that, yeah, the lower on the spectrum you are, the warmer your blood, the warmer you are. So I think that's neat. Again, I don't know whenever little things like that are canonized, because, like, a lot of the time, there are some things that Homestuck fandom just, like, decides as a community to be real, and I read it in so many fics that I'm like, wait, was this not canon, or was it canon, or was it fanon, or what? So anyway, so if it was canonized before and I just forgot, legit. But I like that it was mentioned here that yeah, they look for the heat signatures, and Karkat's heat signatures are like way higher than they should be, and the fact that you are there kind of ruined the protections that he had in place, and that sucks. But Karkat's very sweet because he does get very protective of you, and I love it. I don't know, he's very sweet. I love him. And I love Kanaya, who literally doesn't give a fuck about you at the beginning. And I think these explored some good aspects of their characters. I did have, one of my friends was kind of upset that Kanaya's route seemed to be mainly focused on her relationships with other people rather than just her specifically. I think her ultimate good route wasn't entirely related with her relationships with other people, but it was, you know, there was that strong hint for Rose, and I just think that it was, personally, I think it was more focused on her obsession with vampires and her being a badass and like killing undead creatures and shit. But I definitely get that, and I definitely understand, and yeah, I do want these routes to focus more on building up the character we already have in these situations that we aren't able to get into in Homestuck proper because so much other shit's going on that we can't find certain things about the base character underneath, and we just kind of like project onto, which is legit. And like Pester Quest, I don't think it's trying to say you have to accept these ideas of this character or bust, but I like the characterizations portrayed in Karkat and Kanaya's route, so I will take them, and they are mine. And yeah, let me know what you guys thought about it. I am officially on my hiatus as of this recording, so you can find me in my Discord server. It is linked below. I'm really sorry if you're on Spotify. I'm kind of glancing over the survey results and seeing that a lot of you are on Spotify, and Spotify hates links. So in order to find my Discord otherwise, you can go to jaxdoeshomestuck.com, and I need to fucking put my survey up there because I should have like a week left of that, and I never put my survey on my website, so if you want links to that, you do have to go to my Twitter or my Discord because I have a link in there. But yeah, hit me up. And I will still be posting on Twitter, as I'm sure you might know if you've seen this, because I have I'm not posting on Twitter. Dami is posting on Twitter for me. So yeah, you can still interact with the Twitter, and Dami will probably send me screen caps if you do. I just won't be the one doing anything about it. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I just want to say I got to 100 followers on Twitter, on my Jax Does Homestuck Twitter, and I appreciate it while I'm talking about Twitter so much. And I'm sorry that my celebration of getting 100 followers on my podcast Twitter is to go on a hiatus for a month. I think I have some exciting things coming up for the podcast. I hope I do. If you have opinions about it, please fill out my listener survey, because I am looking at that for what I plan on doing in the future. And yeah, that's what I got going on. Remember, you can get episodes early unless I record them same day of release, like I am this one. And you can also get a bunch of other content by subscribing on Patreon. And I don't know why I'm saying this, because I cover this in my outro, but I do just want to say I went through my Patreon and re-tagged a bunch of stuff as patron-only posts. So right now there are 18 patron-only posts. So there's actually technically more than that, but those are like old stuff that's not really relevant. So I didn't bother going back and tagging all of those, but I have a lot of content on there for you to listen to or read or interact with if you are a patron. So have this in addition to my outro telling you to be a patron. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Sorry this is short and probably not great. I'll try to get on the ball with Wednesday's episode, and we'll see what I'm going to do, because I did want to do a Read Stuck episode for the following week, but if my lungs are going to stay like this, I don't think I can, because getting to the end of this, it's now been like 18 minutes, has been bad. And this is after me recording something else, and I still have other shit I want to record. So I don't know if you're going to get a Read Stuck this month. I'll try. I'll see what's going to happen. It just depends on my ability to breathe. Sorry, this is so fucking rambly and bad and could be better. Karkat good. Kanaya good. I'll see you guys Wednesday. This podcast's theme is Dirty Dirt Kinney and was created by Dami, who could be found on SoundCloud as Domino Thief. The art for the podcast was done by Abby, who you can find on Twitter at SpaceArby's. Unless it wasn't. Shout out to my patrons, Kansas Just Got Gayer and Jacob King. To become a patron and get episodes up to 5 days early along with other benefits, go to patreon.com/sociallyanxiousdragon and sign up for as little as $1 a month. You can find links to that and more in the episode's description, on the podcast's Twitter, JaxDoesHS, or on JaxDoesHomestuck.com. Please remember to rate this podcast on iTunes and share with your friends. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to be a little selfish.